All right, we back. I'm back. Me and my camera's back. So, like I was saying to you before, we deal with a lot of guilt in life that we could deal with. We can't handle it. But I'm like, let me put this camera up because the person is walking towards me. And you look at it at a different opinion. Like I sat down with Christina and Lindsay and I said to them, we look at relationship as a different angle. You're married. I said to Lindsay, you're married to your husband and you have a daughter with your husband, right? So you feel that when you have a daughter with your spouse, right? And you feel that a relationship is all about communication. Yeah, it is. But sometimes your husband doesn't check in with you. Sometimes they don't feel like they say, oh, I don't feel like checking in because it's not important. Yes, it is important. You feel me? Um, you learn about all that shit. But all that guilt come back though. Because a lot of people don't look at it differently. You feel what I'm saying? I could take the 39, because the 39 right down here. I could take the 39 back. Yeah. 39, get off at Metropolitan, and I just take the 54 to the 44. That's it. I could just take the 39, it's right there. The last stop is right there. So we're going to take that back. 39 stop is right down there. All right. That 13 going to take 22 minutes. I ain't waiting for it. We're going to walk down here. All right. So, like I was saying, like I said, I'm looking at it differently. I told Christina when we was talking outside on Church Avenue, I said to her, I said, I miss that friendship that we all used to talk about relationship and shit like that. We all have different opinions. And I said to her, like, yo, listen, the devil broke us up because at the end of the day, that girl sabotaged everything. And it's an issue where I feel like we are not communicating as what we're supposed to communicate as. I feel like certain things is a pattern for us because we don't know how we're going to get to a principle. We don't know how certain things are going to go. The other reason why I'm going to plan an event where we all going to come together and hang out and we're going to discuss about relationship. And I think it's best that people realize that we're going through certain things that a person don't understand. And how you going to get them to understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? I said to my baby mother and nephew, I said, listen, I can't look back on what we did in the past. And I said to her, I look back, I said to her, I did some shit. I cheated. I did some shit. But I take back accountability for what I did was wrong. But at the end of the day, I can't hold back from that shit. Because if I hold back, it's going to affect me more, you know? And that's how it is in life. Life is about communication and setting back your goals and how that goals can relate to your relationship. But there are times when you look back on your life and you say, oh, I fucked up, I did it. But if I did it, I gotta pay for that shit, you know? If I did it, I gotta pay. Because I can't look back on life and I say, all right, I look back and I say, all right, we did certain things and we have to take accountability for it. But I can't look back on myself and say, okay, I just did it because blah, blah, blah. But I'm going, I can't say that though, right? But in my life, it's like, okay, I'm dealing with certain things and you don't have a friend to tell you, okay, you fucked up, change, blah, blah. You feel what I'm saying? But you realize the situation here, right? I go to community, I share the message, and people in the community like how way I talk. They say, preach. I ain't no prophet, but I'm an advocate for mental health, and I ain't preaching to nobody, but I'm preaching to a person on my camera, right? So that's what it is, right? But I'm on 75th and 62nd Street, and it's the 13 right here. I could take this and I could get off to connect to a bus. The 13 will get me to, hold on. If I took the 13, yeah, I get off and take the M train. I could take this bus to the M train. Yeah. So I'm take the 13 to the M train. So I look back on the life and say, all right, I messed up, whatever, like that. But sometimes we go through that shit and we just gotta like look at it differently, you know? But like I said before, we can't walk back from we can't look back on certain things that jeopardize what you're fighting against, you feel me? But I could be real with you, I could be truthful with you, I could not tell you a lie about it. But sometimes when you lie about certain situations, you ain't learning from what it is that you're going to do, right? So I'm trying to say, yo, I'm down with that shit, but I'm like, yo, I'ma look back and I can't pull back from certain type of situation. But let me tell you, when certain things ain't going your way, you ain't gonna get to a point in your life that the position is that you're in. You can't get to that point because of certain things that you could do that should change that, right? But I'ma tell you this shit right here. If I could look back on my life and say, okay, I fucked up, I messed up, yeah, fine, I did. But where your friends at? Where they at to tell you, okay, I fucked up, okay, I did it, all right? And I told that to Leslie because I fucked up and I did it. But if I fucked up, y'all have to be there to say, all right, I protect you all this or whatever. But if I feel that you didn't have certain things, I'm gonna tell you that you didn't have certain things, but I'm not gonna go at you like bark at you like a son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be like, okay, I fucked up. What I gotta do to make it work? You feel me? We all used to hang out and used to be cool and shit like that, and the devil just fuck everybody up. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's how it is. Because it's always an argument and the bricking and bracketing that's not gonna help the situation. And we on our way to the M train right now, cause I'm heading on the M train right now. I'm gonna tell you this shit though. And life is all about setbacks, but the setbacks ain't come to reality though. I'm gonna tell that one more time. Your setbacks ain't coming back to reality though. Cause your reality is like this. If I look back on my setbacks, I ain't gonna come back to my reality. And every time I tell people, when you're in a relationship, stay in love. Don't never break up for this bullshit. Cause a person would sabotage your relationship over some dumb shit. And I'm gonna tell you that right here, right?